Hello, fair listener. Welcome and thank you for following our journey on metagaming by Rum Propelled Gaming. Fair warning, sometimes we are not safe for work, and others not safe for real life. Journey forth at your own risk. Now let's dive right back into Tarath through the campaign Many Polos.
Yeah,
Fuck you, Craig.
That's
Um,
creepy.
Fucking Craig.
um, so, Franklin, you find yourself in your... Are they reptiles? Or amphibians?
Amphibians, I'm pretty sure.
Amphibian skin, standing on the large piece of paper in the center of a table that is wooden, and there seems to be several pages underneath of the page that you're standing on, but the page you're standing on just says Tareth, the path unfolds. ... And the rest of the table does seem to be full of other items. On the right side of the table, you can see some candles illuminating the bit of table that you're standing on, but the bottom right has a large compass and some coins, whereas the left side of the table has a small stack of books, a set of keys, some playing cards, varying dice, and that's pretty much it.
But I'm standing on the paper and touching that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go to the edge of the paper, tear a little bit off, and eat it. It was really good.
Tastes more like paper. Could you roll me a Constitution roll?
Sure. See if that worked for the transfer. That transfer. I don't know if my oh, there it goes. Oh, that's terrible.
It still tastes more or less good, but as it's going down, you're wondering whether or not you should have eaten this particular paper, because not only are those things all around the table and you're standing on a table, but all of those things are much larger than you're used to them being.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I look around, I see the flames. That's a fire hazard right there. Well, I guess I'm gonna go wander over these books and see what the titles are.
On the spines of the books, you see in filigreed lettering a book of the world, a book on varying creatures, it seems like, and a book of all magic. Simply those words.
I'm gonna walk up to the book of creatures and touch that one. That's cool. Let's read this thing. I'm gonna try to pull it off.
Strength check for me.
It's gonna go really poorly. Oh, where are you? Strength. Athletics. Can I roll you? Nice.
So you pulling it out from under the top book, and it's coming and it's sliding as you're slowly walking it backwards, and it's on the table as you're able to get it out.
Nice. Can I take a little nibble of the paper of this one?
Yeah, I mean, nothing's stopping you.
It's older. I'll try to unlatch it and read the interior. Maybe it has information about my friends.
As you unlatch it and open the cover, nothing but golden light spews forth, and your vision completely goes black. for a moment, and you feel as if in this black void you're kind of being compressed and then shot forward.
It's like that one time I went into my shell and my friend Robert the Raccoon shot me out of a cannon. Got it.
Let's see if I can get you over to this spot. And Warren, excuse me, Thomas, you're sitting at the bar of the ale house.
I love my disguise. Oh my god, it looks so good.
Glad you like it.
It took me a minute to realize that was me.
And the spirit ghost bartender, the one that's not actually behind the bar, that's been just hanging out by this post in the center of the alehouse, just unhinges its jaw and becomes oddly disproportionate to the point of its mouth being most of its body, as opposed to its body being most of its body.
We're talking about the ghost, right? That's what she said?
Yep.
My body.
And out of this mouth shoots onto the floor. Well, more so slides onto the floor, as if just kind of no goo is actually there, but it does sound like there was some. And you just hear the ghost kind of making a noise as this turtle lands in the center of the alehouse.
I
Well, that
slide
was
out.
surely unexpected,
Whee!
says Thomas in a very cheesy British accent.
I see that I'm behind the bar. Okay, am I not behind the bar? I was like, do I see this? Do I see this turtle fly out of a ghost?
Yes. So as you also see this, everybody else in the bar all turns to the ghost at this point too, and you hear all the rest of the dwarves that seem to be sitting around at varying tables in the bar, and the wizard even just, and shrug and then go back to their food and eating and drinking.
Am I sitting at the bar getting drunk while holding my baby?
I mean, are you? I don't know why you're asking me.
Okay, I'm gonna roll to see if I am.
Before we get too into this, how does the
I'm
dwarves
totally not.
seem to react to Thomas?
How does who?
The dwarves.
Oh, like I'd said, they kind of shrugged it off.
They've seen
No.
some shit. They're not
Oh,
surprised by turtles flying out of ghosts.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Not Franklin, Thomas.
Yep.
Thanks for the reminder here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
Oh
13.
no, I might have just doomed myself.
Immediately get into a fight after I was just born.
1. There's got to be a quicker way to do that. 2. Here's 5. Should be like another number. There's one of them got that 20. How about that? All right. Oh, it's adding them all to. Wow, that second one was real bad.
Yes.
So the dwarf right next to you turns and goes, "Oh, well, hello there. Look oddly familiar."
Haha, I get that a lot, good fellow. Again, he replies in a cheesy British accent.
Mm.
I've been many places and done many things with my compatriots.
Do I
Only-
recognize this person's voice?
A perception, please. And he goes on to say, "Well, no, I'm really rather sure that I've seen your face. I think somewhere.
I rolled an 11.
You do not. Actually, if you could roll a performance."
I've actually been getting that a lot lately in particular. I must be on the trail of my doppelganger. It seems as I progress through these layers that I just keep running into people who say they know me. It's weird. He says this with a dead straight face, by the way.
Could you roll me a performance?
Yes, I can.
Thank you.
I hope to God it's a good one. It's not a good one.
Ash, you're quite certain who this is.
Oh God, no. Is it, am I sitting right next to the dwarf I almost cut the head off of? Oh no.
Why didn't you finish cutting the head off?
I did kill him. Dwarfs come back. Because this is their plane of hell.
What if you dismember them? Do they come back then?
Well, I almost completely cut his head off, so
Well, clearly, what you have to do is cut his head off, but in a way that keeps him alive, and then just put the head in a jar and put the jar in a hole in the ground.
Does
how fast of a reaction do I have to see that he actually knows who I am?
you see currently them reaching for a dagger at their hip.
I say, how dare you say that about my mother, and I punch him in the face.
Shit. I don't think I was ready for this sort of combat already either.
Can I just say, while this has happened, I have gone to the bar, ordered a tall, cold glass of milk, and I'm sitting there drinking it, watching.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do that. Wow.
So if you go to the bar, movie there.
Oh, we don't have to. Yeah, we.
Oh, I
I
just
was
wanted
just
to,
saying in background.
wanted to fill you in this one little bit thing of the ghostly form behind the bar would float up to you wordlessly when you ordered, not asking for any payment or anything either. Float up a mug in front of you, take one of its tendrils out over the cup, and just you see it gush forth with this white, foamy, frothy liquid filling your cup.
Holy shit!
Goat milk or ghost milk.
Don't ask for
Smell it.
honey, I swear, it's not a good idea.
And so that's what you're sitting there, and you're gonna. That was your unarmed strike. I see. Is that to hit? I'm guessing was the 10.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, it just does 6 damage, I think, if I hit.
Tastes like
Or no,
COVID.
4 damage. Before we get into this, does Ash recognize me? I don't
rolled
think.
11 and I didn't recognize your voice.
Well,
No,
you're
you
definitely
did.
gonna not. Well,
Oh, I
okay.
did?
Then you're definitely not gonna recognize my appearance.
Okay, so I did recognize him or his voice.
Yep.
That is our companion Warren who went missing, and then he just miraculously appeared in the bar while I was drinking non-alcoholic drinks with my baby.
Wearing a coat and a top hat. With
All
a
right, so
very fake mustache.
which which dwarf did you punch? Was it
I imagine it's the one I'm pointing at.
okay, not the one in between us? How do you ping? Why is it not pinging?
You gotta hold the click.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I wasn't holding it long enough, apparently. I'm impatient. So not that one, right in between us.
Right? I'm just assuming.
So that did not hit, to be clear. I'm not sure if this would start a fight because of that yet, only because that yours was a 10. Yeah, so he would see your fist coming pretty much a mile away at that point and just kind of dodge his head off to the side and go, you couldn't have been that fella.
He killed me without even looking. And that was such a shoddy punch. I wouldn't have believed you were him even if somebody told me you were.
I believe he's insulting you, friend.
Well, I am much more of a lover than a fighter. Only put my dukes up when I need to.
Is what you proclaimed.
But I find it rare where I have to bust a fellow's chops. Again, all this said in a very, very easy British accent. The cheesiest.
Greetings, Mamey. You
Oh.
find yourself upstairs, by the way, and you're waking up to the sounds of a small tussle downstairs, it sounds like, by the way. Just filling that in before you get in here.
Oh.
Yeah, right? Weren't ready for that so quickly, were you?
I'm
You
glad.
know, I'm always ready to fight.
I'm glad that my failure to actually land a punch ensured that this guy that I killed in one blow last time, that it wasn't me. That is the perfect duality of D&D.
Are you taking a sip there of your milk? And where did you go, Ash?
Yeah,
Uh,
absolutely.
Ash is between me and the orc with the dwarf with the big hammer and shield, or on the other
Oh.
side.
I see
We're
it now.
here.
Yeah. So you were standing there, just watching it transpire. Roll me a Constitution, if you would, there, Franklin.
On milk?
Ghost milk.
Coffee ghost milk.
Oh,
Wait, we're still in hell?
Yep.
we never left.
It's been a really long time since I've played this campaign.
Yep.
Yeah,
Same.
that's partially I had that 3 weeks off there too for going
Yeah.
to Vietnam.
Also, I can't see. Oh wait. Oh, now I can.
You
Just have
can
to
now?
zoom way out.
Oh, here.
There we go.
So you take a. Do you want to describe it? You're not averse to it. I'll describe the taste of it for you if you'd like to tell you. But was curious of how you're drinking it.
Oh, I would say he drinks it in such a way that he basically downs the whole thing and gets like a big milk mustache.
So as you tilt your head back to open your mouth, essentially, you're feeling the liquid kind of not just gush down your throat, but also it's filling your mouth with a tingling sensation. And as you're continuing to guzzle it, you feel it in your stomach as well, and you're like, "Ooh, it's nice." Internally, but otherwise,
Ooh.
it's tasting very much like a deep, almost unpasteurized milk, which you're guessing is from a goat.
Wow, that's really good. Ghost milk. New favorite. Makes me feel like I ate Pop Rocks. I kind of turn around and look at everybody else to see what they're up to.
Most of the patrons in the bar are also drinking from frothy mugs. Otherwise, eating and or similar preoccupations. Except for the one dwarf at the corner of the bar who is sitting with some papers, it looks like, closest to you and rifling through them and writing some stuff down.
Oh, I turn to him and I say, hello, excuse me, I'm Ms. Franklin. Are you my new camp counselor?
just looks down at you. What are you? You're like 3 foot, or are you like? How tall are you? I'm just trying to gauge.
I don't know how. I am a adolescent turtle. It says I am small, so I would imagine like 3.5 feet.
Okay.
Turtle 5e. How tall? Question. Size stands about 5 or 6 feet tall, average 450 pounds. So like 4, yeah, like 4 feet.
Okay. So there, you guys are pretty close to eye right now, and he's not looking down at you, right? Actually, because he's a dwarf sitting on a bar stool,
Got it.
and he's going, this ain't no summer camp if that's what you're talking about.
I don't know about summer camp. I was just sitting here by my dad. He said, Franklin, don't come back here until you learn to be a real man. And then I woke up on a table, and then I got birthed here by, I think, a bat. Hi, I'm Franklin.
Hi, Franklin. I'm Thraxis.
Oh, it's really nice to meet you. I go to shake his hand.
You stick out your hand, and he just kind of stares at it for a second, and then he goes to put his hand in yours with a grin. Roll perception.
Okay. Let's go. Perception.
Do I see this happening right now?
Yeah, you're right next to it.
Turtle
As it-
talking to a dwarf.
Yeah, you're right next to them talking to each other, basically. Stood up there, kind of like you were watching.
Do I notice anything untoward?
You could roll a perception.
Yeah, I'm so good at those. Oh, I am 19.
Metagame question. Does Warren know Ash's full name?
I've never given it as my character out loud.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Okay.
I've given it to other players, but not as characters. Oh, did she leave us? Oh, she's back. Mamey, you're muted in case you didn't know. If you're trying to talk.
I walk up to Ash and I say, Miss Ash, it's been such a long time. Is that a baby?
I turn away from the interaction with the turtle and the dwarf, and I look at the British man here, and I'm just like, why, yes, it is.
Do you not recognize me, Miss Ash? It is me, your coach driver, Thomas Maxim Gray III, of course.
I go, yes, it is so nice to see you. I was very worried when I found my coach destroyed just a little ways away from this tavern.
I don't know what
play
happened.
along.
We were just going down the road and then poof, I was in a tree and everyone was gone.
Well, I'm glad to see you're here and unharmed. How are things?
Fine. Where did you get a baby?
Please
With
say you found it.
2 heads?
I have had many adventures, and along the way, I have collected a 2-headed baby.
I was like, I'm pretty sure I remember something about 2-headed baby in the last session. Well, isn't that wonderful?
Yep, it's my baby now, so I'm gonna carry it around and totally not trade it for power.
By the way, when he said he's your coach driver, you realize that he's wearing your coach driver's coat and a top hat.
Oh, that's dirty. That's right, they were dead inside, weren't they? And so was wait, my maid wasn't dead in there, was she?
No, there was just a lot of blood.
I remember. Because, yeah, I don't remember us talking about her actually being dead or there being a body, which is still very questionable.
So you notice, Franklin, as he goes to shake your hand, the other hand goes over to your side, as if to go into one of your pockets or
Stranger
pouches.
stranger danger, sir. Please, let's keep our hands to ourselves.
Oh, yes, certainly. My
If
apologies.
you would like to hold hands, we can.
I have a bit of a disorder. It's called wandering hand syndrome. And
My dad had that too, my mom said.
generally it leads to a 5-finger discount if you. Uh, but well, it's good to welcome you to hell. There. You might be looking to for these group of folks, and he points towards
Oh.
the lady here, who is obviously holding a 2-headed baby that's swaddled for the most part, and the top-hatted gentleman with a pointy handlebar mustache, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
That looks like a camp counselor. Well, thank you so much, sir. I will put down. How much did I pay for the milk?
Oh, you don't pay for anything in the ale house. It's the only safe spot. I mean, safe is in the fact that we don't fight each other here. It's not something we do.
Regularly.
Outside of the ale house tavern, though, you're going to
Like just outside?
yeah, there's a good 20 foot, 30 foot safe zone outside of the tavern, circling it.
Someone could just put like a big scythe or something right on the door. Anyway,
I remember when Harold tried to do that. It was pretty funny.
Sounds like a good time. I did that once with my friend. He looks off into the distance. Anyway, it was nice to meet you. Have a wonderful day. I promise, if I see you outside, I will try to kill you.
No promises. Nice
That's
to meet
totally
you.
fair. Okay, bye.
He just nods.
I'll wait a second for an opportunity to join their conversation.
We're just conversing about carriages and them wrecking, I guess, at this point.
How does a carriage even get into the tree? I thought myself. We were just on a road, and then we were here. This lovely alehouse.
I chuckle and I'm like, that might have been the mischief of a god that I may or may not have made a deal with.
A god, you say? Am I, anyway?
While we're having this conversation and this totally playful conversation about stuff that we already know, do I notice if any of the patrons are listening?
More
Okay.
or less, they mostly seem uninterested. The wizard turned from a witch sitting at the table closest to you, has taken up a small interest, you can tell, in between bites, kind of eavesdropping on the conversation, but not so much so as to chime in or anything.
Wait, you said a witch? Do I notice this person?
It's a wizard who was a witch. You remember that
yes.
conversation of their transition, and the fact that it was at the much chagrin of his two sisters.
I guess outside of that, Franklin's not being sneaky. He's sitting there watching you guys picking his nose.
Like directly behind you, Ash.
Yeah,
Also,
directly behind you.
Does Thomas see this?
Yeah, I would say so. Also, Mamey, I see that you're muted. Are you just chilling in for tonight? I don't see you in roll 20 either. Still, to clarify.
Yeah, sorry, I'm still getting set up.
Okay.
I'm logging in now.
Okay.
But yeah, I will I'm waking up wherever I am and probably gonna like recognize that we're still in the ale house and be like, motherfucker, this place, and head downstairs.
As I noticed the wizard starting to key into our conversation, I say, well, maybe we should catch up somewhere more private, Miss Ash.
I agree. Would you like to take a step outside?
Sure.
And I'm gonna say we saunter outside.
Eh, eh, eh.
Is
Franklin following.
is there
Uh,
a two-headed giant next to the door?
Yep.
Yes.
Are
two
they
two-headed
going
giants.
to murder us?
No.
No, they're currently looking like they're both in a drunken stupor, like leaning up against the wall.
Also, do
Because-
I still have Bob? Is Bob still with me?
No, Bob is not with you.
But I have his skull.
You do have his skull, but the snake form of him you sent out to go find Warren.
I forgot
Oh, and
about
he hasn't-
Bob.
He hasn't returned?
He has not.
As we walk outside and we go to, like, I don't know, I guess around the corner for some more privacy. Is
Let's-
it private
let's-
right here?
Let's head to the carriage.
All right, I'm fine with that. Let's go to the carriage hanging in the tree.
Is Franklin following the said camp counselor to the tree?
He will take a second and very briefly poke his head up above the door threshold in case there is a scythe there.
There does not appear to be, though it does look like there were fixings to have had a scythe above the door.
Oh. And are these individuals here still there?
Yes, there are
I'm gonna turn to them. Hi.
two large, very drunken, two-headed creatures. And
Wow, you're really tall.
a blue dragonkin lounging, snoozing against the wall. And the one that's closest to you, obviously female, would just say, and then the other head would basically, you too drunk, sister. Hey, little one. You're lucky you're here. You look
Yeah.
pretty tasty.
Oh, well, thank you. I eat 3 square meals a day. And I don't
And
work
you
out.
make your meals square.
Well, you could grow watermelons into squares, but that's pretty hard to do. If you store leftovers into square boxes, sometimes they kind of take a squarish shape, but that doesn't last once you reheat it over the fire. Bread is kind of square, but it's more of a rectangle.
I imagine your character is wearing those old, big, round, like, glasses. Is it only me?
Well, so if you need to know what Franklin looks like,
I mean, I would like to know. I don't need to know, but I would like to know.
or all right, can I post this somewhere? Yeah, Discord should work.
Yeah, put it in Discord.
There you go.
This is glorious. I love it.
Amazing. Amazing.
Thanks.
Do you have a snail companion that you haven't shared with us yet?
No, not yet. Eventually, I get the ability to have like a swarm of like creatures. But at level 1, all I can do is help people. I mean, if I'm allowed to just have a snail, sure, but it's not a magic snail. It's just a snail.
We
Just
are
a
in a
nice
swamp.
snail.
I don't know.
Are any snails just a snail?
I don't know. Are there any snails on the ground that I could pick up?
Currently, you're walking in more than just dirt. It's mostly mud and guck
Nice.
and water.
That
And
seems like a perfect habitat for snails. So while they have their conversation in the carriage, I am going to be directly under their carriage looking for a snail in the mud.
Directly under our carriage is a tree.
I mean, there
Right,
might be
yeah,
a
like
snail right there.
under the tree. Or like not under the tree, but like at the base of the tree. I don't know what I need for searching for a snail, but if you guys want to do your thing, you guys can as well. I'm just like down here.
so Ash and Thomas, you're climbing up this tree.
I would say yes, since we're gonna try to be somewhere private, and I guess inside the carriage, inside of a tree, is a very private location. Once we get up there, I'm gonna turn to Thomas and ask him, did Bob find you? Bob the snake?
No, I haven't seen Bob. I kinda well, let's just start from the beginning. It's easier. I went to talk to the dwarves because that fight we were in was stupid. And
I almost died. It made me
Oh,
give birth. Look, I have a two-headed baby, and I just shake the baby at him in his general direction.
that's not my fault. I told you that it was a stupid fight. That's why I left.
We were just looking for loot.
And guess who found loot? Not you, me. I didn't mean to say that.
Oh yeah, you found loot? Where would that be? Because
was-
we were trying to rescue you because we thought the dwarves over there were going to burn you alive.
Well, after I did the thing I did, that might be a thing they want to do.
The thing that you did, what did you do?
I kind of robbed them. But all I got was a stupid key and some gold. He lies,
How much gold?
saying deceptively. I'm going to roll a deception. You're going to have to try to beat me.
I'm going to roll an insight. Oh, I probably believe you. I suck at this.
What did you roll?
A 9. I rolled a 5, but I have a +4.
I rolled a 22, which means I rolled a 17, but I have a +5 deception.
Okay, so I asked you how much gold you found.
Just a couple pieces. This trunk was heavy, and all that was in it was a stupid key and some gold.
Worthless dwarves. We should steal their metal man. I just believe him. I don't even question it.
The key was really heavy. I gave it to Vamira, I think. I don't know. It fit in that door up on the hill.
The key?
Yeah.
The door? Up on the hill. You mean the hill that we almost died on?
Yeah. Past that hill. Past the Bros Thorn Swamp creature mass that used to be a creature hill thing.
No, okay.
Yeah, and there's 3 other keys, and 3 other key slots, and I tried to lockpick it, and it did not work.
We'll have to check that out here soon, but I need to find Bob.
I don't know where he went. He didn't come and find me. I was busy fucking with the dwarves.
Well, I sent him to find you because I was worried you're going to be burned alive while you were, I don't know, taking a nap.
Well,
Okay,
Thank
so
you, I guess.
you robbed the dwarves of like 3 gold coins and now you are in disguise. What else did you do that you have to be in disguise?
Oh, one of the dwarves kind of caught me mid-robbery, and I kind of almost decapitated him. Well, I did decapitate him, but I found out before that the dwarves come back. It just didn't happen to cross my mind.
What do you mean by the dwarves come back?
They kind of explained to me that, like, this is like their plane of hell. Like, they died in the real world, so this is like the plane of hell that they exist in now. So if you kill them, they just come back.
Oh, so we need... Fuck. We just need to be friends with them, man. We tried to kill them up on that stupid dock. I think we killed a couple.
Well, the reason I kind of almost terribly punched that guy was because he was kind of the dwarf I cut the head off of.
Do they just come back in the bar? We have to
What?
be much more cautious about this.
I don't know. It was really funny though because I cut his head off and I went, "Oh no, he's going to come back." But there was a big treasure room and I only got a chest, but there might be more chests. There is more chests and they're probably filled with shit. So I suggest we try robbing them again.
I agree. I think more loot from these dwarves would be great. Let's go
Mamara
save your
and
loot.
Ruvik also agreed with this assumption.
Where are they at right now? Did I
Uh,
see them in the tavern before we walked out of
I'm
there?
pretty sure they went to sleep. I was drinking because I spent a long time in a rowboat trying to escape. It's
That
a long
sounds like
story.
a story
I'm here.
I've heard before.
But this is my disguise now. And do you know any like heavy duty glue solvents?
Glue solvents.
As she asked that question, like questioningly, I try to lift the hat off my head to show her.
Is this hat glued to his head?
Yeah,
on.
so as he's lifting the hat, quote, off of his head, it doesn't budge. It looks almost as if he's miming that the hat is stuck on his head because not even a single strand moves of his hair.
Okay, so the hat's stuck on his head and his hair is stuck in the place that it's in.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have a lot. I needed a disguise kit because I had to use what I found, and apparently what I found was very serious.
Okay. I mean, do we want to undo your disguise right now, or are we just trying to undo your hair?
This is problems for future us.
Okay, because I was gonna say oil might be the thing to take the glue from this.
I think it's some sort of. I don't know if it's glue. It might be some sort of honey. I don't know. I asked Ruvit to bring me honey, and he brought me a white sticky substance from the bar.
Oh, that's very questionable. I wouldn't use it.
He said not
I
to eat
have
it.
to comment as a side. I enjoy how much Ash is already a mother. Like, oh, it's stuck here. This might help.
I just fit right into the role. It just happens. You just like squeeze a baby out of you, and now you want to take care of everyone.
I digress, but I had to notice that.
May I ask a question? What are we going to do with that baby?
Well, right now the baby is swaddled in a sheet that I took from the inn's upper floors and just like swaddled to my chest right now. So I don't even have to hold it with my hands. Or wait, was I holding it? I thought I swaddled him to me.
Also, how is can you be born in hell? How does this work?
I haven't tried to ponder this too much because like if we leave hell, I would like the baby to come with me unless I can find a way to trade it for power because I mean like yes, it's a baby, but power would be better.
I did not realize you had swaddled it to you, if that's what your intent was. My thought was when you said swaddle, you were just taking it and wrapping it as tightly as possible in a log shape, essentially. And that percentile roll was for me to check. The baby seems very calm at this moment too, even after climbing up the tree.
Good baby.
He's just ready for adventure. I forget
That
what I
is-
named my baby. I gotta go look back in my notes.
And both of them are looking around all like real curious but still content, even though of being born like a day or two ago. You're not real sure. It's hard to tell time here. If you could roll an investigation for me, Franklin, and Mamey, you walked down to the stairs and you'd seen the shell of a turtle leaving almost the size of the entry door itself, leaving through the door as you came downstairs.
I imagine I'm hungry, so I'm gonna go first over to the bar and order food and a nice tall alcoholic brewed drink, whether that's ale or wine or whatever.
Jess, why do you have that picture?
I just went and found it. Like I just Googled it and then sent it.
That baby is like, yes, this is my existence.
And that's basically what the two baby heads are doing in front of Ash. Just swaddled real tight, front to front. Two heads in front of Ash, down to the bottom. Just like, yeah, this is life.
It's already been part of combat once.
That was that's what Warren's concerned. I'm like, how are we supposed to adventure with the baby?
Well, I think I heard that there is a witch in this level of hell, and I was hoping we could go visit her, and that maybe we could bribe her to be very helpful with a two-headed baby.
This
If-
sounds like
if
an
she-
excellent plan.
I was gonna say, if she likes babies. If not, I have gold and jewels and shit.
Doesn't like don't witches like to eat babies?
Eat babies, raise babies, use them as
Make
minions.
babies.
Oh, same thing.
Keep their eternal youth with babies. I don't know. A
Walk
baby
them in a
seems
tower,
incredibly
stick them in a
helpful.
stew.
Yeah, a baby seems incredibly helpful to a witch.
So Mamey, make that request at the counter of the bar, and the ghostly form hovers two mugs on top of each other and kind of just screws them together, it looks like. And then you see its tendril go down into the cup, and you hear a pop, and it just you start to hear it going, filling both of them up with a dark amberous liquid that seems to be inside as it floats away into the back, and you just hear it clanging, clang, clang, and then just hee-haw, 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 and it just floats back out, and with a steaming plate of what looks like hash. So potatoes, meats, other root vegetables, all on a platter, smelling deliciously well seasoned, and sets it in front of you.
Oh my god! In the back room is the hash slinging slasher.
Questions. I'll just nod in appreciation
I've
and
learned the next
eat my
question.
food and drink my drink.
Smile
Could you
and
roll
wave.
me a Constitution?
There's a great Schoolhouse Rock song about Constitution, and I think of it every time you tell me to roll this. 8. Well, fuck.
So as you're drinking along, you're noticing that this is got to be one of the strongest brews you've had in a while, because it's just hitting you in the face, and you not only is it though hearty, but also it's you feel your troubles melting away as you're drinking it, basically. And
That sounds nice.
the food is also just as filling, and all you can really concentrate on after you've drinking the had to have been some sort of lager, and now eating the food is just the delicious tastes, and wondering in what all was put in it to make it so delicious.
Babies.
Good stuff. Probably
Baby.
tears of children or something.
Delicious.
How the old stories go.
Good stuff.
As-
I'm gonna, as I'm approaching the end of my meal and as I'm taking, finishing off the last quarter of this drink, I'm gonna look around and see if I can see any of my fellow party members.
You do, most of which that are though in the bar still are snoozing softly. Outside of the bar, you do hear what's. Go ahead and roll me a perception.
Perception. Very perceptive. 18.
So you definitely can tell a Ash is outside arguing with someone.
Does it sound angry or does it sound like jovial?
Inquisitive.
Yeah, that's a good word for it.
Okay, so
There's
she doesn't sound like she's in trouble.
No, there's a good back and forth.
Okay. So I'm not going to rush to run out there. I'm going to, leisurely finish my drink, like finish waking up and enjoy the satisfaction of a good meal.
By the way, Ash, do you remember that demon that we summoned that one time that gave us shit for, or that would trade with us?
You don't still have their number, do you?
You want to roll me another investigation there, Franklin, because you're nearly elbow deep and shin deep in this muck.
Can I attempt a animal handling instead?
I would say that would be the case once you find one, but currently you have not found one.
Okay. Let's go -3.
Can someone tell me what the deal is with this alligator?
So as you're walking out of the ale house there, Mamey, you notice a large turtle humanoid standing up on two legs and searching through the muck for some reason, and a very patient crocodile just kind of staring at them and up at the tree askantly.
Whoa, where are you, little friends?
Is this Bob now? Does Bob have a new body?
This is like a turtle, like a full, like a sentient, like not a
Oh yeah, not you.
turtle size.
The
Okay.
the crocodile.
That is
got it.
Bob. I want dibs on his snake form.
I would assume that also Franklin's question would after that would be, who's Bob?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
So I'm assuming that I see Ash up in the tree.
Yeah. Yeah, you
And
definitely
so-
can tell her voice is coming from the tree.
Yeah, and so I'm assuming, as I approach, she's gonna hear me and listen, and so I'm gonna
You
look at
definitely
the situation.
Ash see Mamey coming out of the alehouse, but she is currently at the bottom of a tree that you can't quite see to now, because she's a good 20 feet in the air.
she's a tree, she's a tree, she's a tree.
Yeah, so I'm just just swaggering up to this tree, right? Because I have a full double portion of beer in me and my stomach's full and I have a good night rest. I'm just walking up, assessing the situation. And I see the turtle and I'm not worried, right? I don't think the turtle is an immediate threat. So I just mentioned that and I want to figure this out. Instead, the crocodile is kind of an immediate threat. It looks big, right? I don't know if it's ratio true size as far as how much of the yeah, so this fucker's 10 feet long. Yeah,
Yep.
so I'm a lot more concerned about the crocodile. And so I want to assess whether I need to kill it or not.
So what are you doing?
And I'm not worried about it. I'm more just is this Bob? Can I dismiss worrying about this crocodile, or do I need to do I need to pull an axe out?
So how you determining that?
And so I'm asking out loud, directing my question towards Ash without Ash knowing, I guess,
Gotcha.
without
Gotcha.
calling her name and being like, is this crocodile Bob?
You there, Ash?
I'm sorry, I'm muted. I've been talking this whole time.
Damn the mute button.
Do I hear her ask is this Bob?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I poke
say
my
it real
head
loud.
out of the carriage and I see the alligator, and the first thing I'm gonna do is just cast a first level spell of Speak with Animals.
Okay.
I whisper, let me speak to the animals, and I look down at the alligator, and I'm like, is that you, Bob?
Oh, aye, mistress. Sorry for the accent. I was a little bit stuck in this crocodile. It's giving me some weird vibes.
I see you had quite an adventure that you came back with a crocodile? Man, you're gonna have to tell me what happened.
The short and quick of it is I ate it from the inside.
Oh my. I relay I relay this information to Thomas and Mamey, and I'm like, yeah, that's Bob. Don't worry about it. He's totally friendly crocodile.
It's one way to get a pair of crocodile skin boots, I guess.
Can you relay to Bob? Could I please have your snake form?
Bob, where is your snake form?
Oh. Well, it's
Is it-
inside of this crocodile currently, being digested.
Digesting. Okay.
Yeah.
I turn to Thomas and I'm like, I guess the crocodile ate the snake and then Bob took the crocodile.
Damn. I really wanted a snakeskin belt.
That's a
Well, I'm sure we
power
can get a
move on
belt
Bob's
and-
part.
Go ahead.
Sorry, it's just that's a power move on Bob's part. Like, you're gonna eat me, fuck you.
And Bob,
Right?
having been able to understand that, just responds with, "I was a little uncomfortable, but yeah, I can see your point."
Wait, so can everyone else hear him talking or just me?
Just you.
I think
Okay.
Bob can understand us, but we
Yes.
can't understand Bob.
Okay.
Correct. Because as of right now, it just kind of looks like. Yeah.
Just
the
some weird crocodile noises.
That.
Do I hear these crocodile noises?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's right
You can
next to you.
finish your thing.
Okay. Well, I think you would be responding to it real time.
Yeah.
So-
When I hear that, and after I've not been able to find anything, I turn and say, "Oh my god, that's even better." I walk up to the crocodile and I bow to it and I say, "Hello, my friend. My name is Franklin the crocodile." Or wait, Franklin the turtle. I'm a turtle. We're cousins, sort of.
Do I hear Franklin the turtle say this?
Yeah, I would say so. The sound would definitely drift up through the branches towards you, and Bob's mouth kind of just stops flapping for a second, surprisingly, and then the head tilts up to you, and you understand him saying, "Are you going to tell him, or am I going to tell him?"
I mean, he's technically right. You're technically cousins at this moment in time because you are inside of a crocodile.
I hope that this conversation is happening in the game and that she's like poking her head out and having this conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just my head is like hanging out of the carriage, and I'm having this conversation with the people and the
Crocodile noises.
crocodile on the ground.
Oh, wait,
I
no,
address you. I say hi. Up there. That's a nice treehouse.
Hello, it is a nice treehouse. This used to be my carriage.
Wow, it's an improvement.
Okay, so is this conversation in common, or is it some sort of
That
animal
one is in
language I
common.
can't understand? Okay.
I can't speak any animal languages yet, so that everything I say is in common.
Yeah, and I think
Okay.
Ash has been talking this whole time in common, to be clear, but she can understand.
Oh, so we're
I
just
see.
hearing one side of this conversation.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ash, you're a rogue.
Yes.
You can speak thieves' cant.
Yes.
Just good information to know.
Yep, I'm quite familiar with the language. It's used much in politics.
Uh,
Wah, wah, wah.
That's a good lead into there. I like that. I'll have to use it.
I say in thieves' cant. Do you still have? Oh, what did I give you? Do you still have that tea set I gave you? And I'm referring to the key I pickpocketed like a long time ago. I remember giving you something that I stole.
Something that you stole.
Yeah, like a key. Maybe it was a golden butt plug, but I'm pretty sure I gave that back.
Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't you put the golden butt plug in the guy's like severed head?
Yes, I did. But I think I stole a key off of one of those something or others. I don't know. It's not important.
I was gonna say I'm looking real quick. I do have a pearl necklace, which seems weird. I'm like, I don't remember having this. I also, for some reason, have jerky.
I remember the jerky. I don't know where we got it from, but I remember us having jerky.
It's from the bar. You would ask for some food that would be good for the road.
Oh, okay. I have a glitter bomb. Did you give me that?
I don't think so. So, should we start with the witch in the east or the witch in the west?
Hold on. When was the last time we talked about this witch?
And the other, but I forget which. But okay, so now that I know that the crocodile's not a threat anymore, I'm gonna turn to the turtle and I'm gonna wave.
Hi.
I'm just gonna
Are
look
you
at you
my
and be like,
new
"What's your
camp
deal?"
counselor? What?
Maybe. What's your deal?
Oh, hi. My name is. I get up out of the mud and away from the crocodile and say, "1 second, I have to handle this." Hi, my name is Franklin the Turtle. I've been sent by my father to join your camp to, as he says, become a real man. So here I am. I see that you guys are already well on your way as to your construction badges here at the treehouse, but it's nice to meet you guys. My name is Franklin. There was a dwarf inside that said that you guys were the one I was looking for. Very nice.
What do you have any proficiencies or strengths?
Yes, I am a great moral support. Let's see. I could heal you. And if I heal you, then I could be like, yeah, go get him, and then you guys can like, go get him for me. And I'm really friendly with animals.
Good are your healing skills?
They're all right. I was raised in a village. I went to church for a long time, so I am a cleric, entry level cleric. I like order. So I'm a cleric of order. I like to have all my toys picked up and put away on time, and just be orderly and everything's good. How about yourself? Did I
Is
get
just
your name?
in response to this, Mom is just gonna do one of those like success kid like fists like in in like in a happy way. Right? It's gonna be
Ah,
like a ching, like a yes. Because we are hurting for and so I'm gonna ignore your
wow.
question and look at Franklin and be like, I see you have a shell. Does that mean that you don't die easily? Is that protective at
Well,
all?
I don't. I hope so. I'm just a little level 1 right now, but I like to go adventures in the woods with my animal companions and friends when I was growing up, and I fell several times. I'm pretty strong. I picked up this, and you see, I have a pristine shield, like just bought from the store, never dinged. I bought this here shield, so altogether my defensive capabilities are 19. And you can see I'm not wearing any armor. I have a Boy Scouts uniform on, or
Yeah.
like a
Um,
camp
A turtle scout?
uniform on. Yeah, Turtle Scout.
this is great. Yeah, so Mom is gonna take one of their axes and like hold it at arm's length and point it at you. Like I'm using it like to indicate like a almost like a laser pointer. And be like, good.
Ah,
Your job is done by people.
okay.
And then I'm
Can
gonna
I
look up at Ash and
introduce
be
you
like, so
to
what
my
are
friend?
what friend?
I pull out from behind me a beehive on a chain. These are all of my friends. I could go through all of their names if you really want to, but it's a colony of about 300 bees, so we'll just introduce the queen. This is Latifah.
I was hoping they all had B names because that would have been funny.
Latifah is a good enough B name.
Off top of my
I feel
head,
like
I'm sorry.
the queen being Latifah is on point. I appreciate this.
I
All
was
the
like,
other ones.
I was ready for you to go. It's Betsy, Buster, Baxter.
Let me just go through this list of B baby names.
Pretty much.
Anyway, I'm looking for a snail just because this is prime snail real estate, but everything here is so weird. What's that? Why is the sky on fire? I assume
Gonna
the
look out and
sky is
be
on fire if we're in hell.
Oh, no. So what you're
No.
just seeing actually above you as the sky in this particular plane of hell is just a murky gray, constant low tone light, enough to see by, but it makes you feel very sleepy.
Are we in London?
Gonna reiterate my comment of your job is not to die and to heal
Got it.
people. And like with
That's
that, I'm
great.
gonna like in my brain dismiss Franklin. Like anything else he says, it's just like not being registered.
Did
Greg,
Thomas?
how tall are you, Franklin?
About 4 feet.
Yes, you're literally half my size. Like you come up to my waist. And so I'm looking down at you this whole time, and then I'm gonna like stop looking at your eye level. Like I'm gonna return to my eye level and actually look up at the tree and be like, so Ash, what are we doing? Like where's everyone? Are we finding some witches? I've been asleep for a long time. I'm ready to go.
Did Thomas hear this question?
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah, sure,
wasn't
because I
being
don't know you're
quiet.
up there. I'm assuming Mamey doesn't the Thomas is up there.
Can I please stick my head out the window and say we're going witch hunting?
Yeah. And then if
Witch
you could,
hunting.
when you do once you've done that there, Thomas, could you roll me a perception, Mame?
I love so perception. 13. Not on that roll.
Pretty good though. Still, you're looking up at this individual and you're going, Ward?
Yes.
Well, in your head, you're saying that. I don't know what you're saying out loud.
No, I say yes because we're away from the tree, and I'm not really afraid of the turtle attacking us.
I was still. I don't know what Mame is actually doing, but in your head, in Mame's
Recognize. So I look
Oh.
up and I see this head pop out, and so in my head I recognize that it's Warren.
By the way, you see Warren with a pointy handlebar mustache, a very, very out of date, like long side part haircut, like down the middle, in a top hat and a monocle.
Still recognize that it's Warren.
Yes.
Yep.
But that's what you're seeing, just to let you know.
Good.
So I'm immediately gonna now take my axe that I was pointing at Franklin and point it up at him and be like, "Get down here, fucker, so I can kill you."
Cool language.
No, I'm staying up in the tree if that is the case.
I have throwing axes.
I call out.
I
I'm
can
like,
kill you.
Warren found us some loot. We should see if we can go retrieve, and then we're gonna pay a visit
Warren
to a witch.
abandoned us.
I know, what a dick. And I like give him the side eye.
I told you it was a stupid fight.
You should never leave
abandoned
your
us.
friends.
Yeah, you're not a part of the party anymore.
I pull out
We
the
partied
camp.
without you.
I pull out a camp handbook and I say, page 72 says you should always stick with your friends and your camp members.
Is this a wondrous item? Because it better be. He better have a wondrous camp handbook.
I look down at the turtle and
Right.
go, "Hey, you want a real
Hi.
lesson?
Sure.
Then stab you in the back. So stab them in the back first. Always works.
Noted. By the way, I'm just gonna meta for you guys. Franklin is a totally blank slate. However you guys handle situations is how he's going to start handling situations.
Oh,
or if you
this is
tell him
perfect.
things.
Franklin's gonna be a war turtle. We're gonna corrupt the fuck out
Stab
of
your
Franklin.
friends in the back. Okay, I will write that into
Into the
my
margins.
into the margin.
War-
And just cross
Just
out the little
scratch
bit
out.
about that. So it's like you should like protect your friends.
Thomas gives him a
Great.
finger gun with this and like an eye wink.
Great. Wow. My dad was right. Like I really need to like get out there and just learn instead of reading all these books. He says it makes me
Mom.
weak.
Mame's gonna look back up at Warren and like, you're two options, Warren. You can stay up there and I'll kill you from a distance, or you can come down here and I'll kill you down here.
I nod along.
If I give you 10 platinum, will you stop?
No.
20 platinum.
And I'm just gonna take one of my axes and chuck it up there.
I am going to start to climb down the tree, and I'm going to like chuckle a little bit out loud, like she could just kill you and take all of your platinum.
So
That's
does a
not hit.
13 hit?
No.
13 does not. Okay.
13 to hit. So his head is sticking out of the carriage when I do that. I don't give him any warning. I just chuck it.
Wait, which one? Just one of your throwing axes, or the big one?
No, one of the throwing axes, one of the 3 vicious hand axes. Because those come back to me. Those have like a magical thing on them. That
I'm
so I
imagining
won't lose.
you with just like this tool belt, but it's got all those like hammer loops on it, and it's just a bunch of axes in it.
Yep.
Basically.
Over your jorts.
Yep.
And the one you throw sails past the carriage, just past Thomas's / Warren's head, and out into the sky, and keeps going before it boop, back onto your belt.
You're really not making this situation easy. You know that, right?
I'm just gonna throw another axe at him.
I'm gonna go get them after she throws them. Well, you throw
They come back.
Oh my god.
They're magical, so that's why I'm throwing these ones. So they're magical. So they like boomerang back.
I don't know that, so I go after the first one, unless it like is super visible.
Nope. It sort of looks like it starts to arc off toward the south, before it disappears in the from your sight.
I just take off in that direction. Here, I'll go get it for you.
I'm gonna climb down the tree and just walk over to Bob and like stroke him on his snout and everything, and be like, "Wow, you look really good like this." And then just kind of like plop myself down on his back.
Could you roll me in athletics?
Me?
Yep. From the tree. I didn't get it from you earlier. You guys were deep in discussion by the time that I was going to be able to mention.
I rolled a 12 the first time.
I've seen that.
I rolled a 1.
I am very used to climbing this tree.
You said a 1?
A 1. I rolled a nat 1.
And
So-
there goes
no.
the baby. And there goes the baby.
Bingo stole my baby.
The ground. The ground's not kind.
I
Could
do
you
what I
roll-
can to not crush the baby.
Me a dexterity saving throw. Yes, please.
19.
You're climbing backwards out of the carriage, and you go to step on a branch, and you thought it held your weight before, but you were wrong, and it just and you go sailing down to the ground, and
Wait, can I use my reaction to try and catch her?
Sure.
Strength.
Wait, but you're still up in the tree.
Yeah, but she fell, but when she was climbing down, so I'm imagining I'm still close enough to grab her. Right?
Yes.
Strength.
It would be actually a dexterity, I would guess. So an athletic, or no, acrobatic? No. Yeah, acrobatics. I always get those two confused. Yeah,
So-
acrobatics.
10. Do I manage to grab the baby at least?
No, you whiff through the air right at touching Ash's fingertips as she sails backwards on her back. And the baby, though, is completely fine. She having landed on her back, she is very muddy and covered in gook from landing like that, and That would be 3 damage, Ash.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And the
I
wind
just
is knocked
imagine the
out of
baby's
you.
like laughing.
To the baby?
Oh yeah, the baby probably had a great time.
Yeah,
you
like the
okay,
baby's
Ash?
probably like, that was fun. Let's do it again.
Sounds accurate to me. I'll allow it. Your 2 baby heads just. I can't do baby laughter.
Are you
I
okay,
mean, it
Ash?
probably sounds pretty maniacal with 2 babies laughing at the same time.
Yeah,
All I can think of is
they're
the
actually discordant. Like they're laughing out of key somehow.
Oh, extra creepy.
the only thing I can think of is the twins from what's that name? That movie's
The
name? The
Shining?
Stanley. Yep,
The Shining.
the Stanley Kubrick movie. I could remember the director. I could not remember the name of the movie.
Did you walk down that way and no one stopped you, Franklin? And are you looking for that axe? If so, could you roll me an investigation?
Uh-oh.
Maybe he'll find a snail.
Maybe he'll find an axe and just bring you one.
That would be great.
He's not very good at investigations, is what
I
I
mean,
think.
that would be pretty freaking cool, actually.
That was pretty good with a -3, you know.
Yeah.
So you're looking through the muck and mud, and you catch a glint of metal that's buried deep in the mud. It looks like right around here. We can't hear you if you're talking. It sounded like you were for a second.
Sorry.
Oh.
I will take out a shovel from my backpack, like a little trowel type thing, and dig for whatever shiny is in there. Ah, I got really deep in there with that throw. She must be so very strong.
Roll me a athletics.
Let's go, +1.
What did he find? Oh, just
So
something
you're digging into the muck, and the little bit of glint you seen was actually on the back of an insect carcass. And as you're
Oh.
pulling it out of the muck, it kind of does wiggle and move in your hand, so it does seem to be alive.
Oh, hello, my friend. Ah, let me just dig that out a little bit more. I tried not to scare it, so I'm gonna attempt to roll an animal handling check. I'm gonna be friends with this creature.
I love the idea
Yes,
of
25.
a turtle scout trying to start a bug collection while 2 people try to murder each other in the background.
So 25 to befriend the creature.
I'm guessing that
Um,
worked out. I have not figured out what this creature is, so I'm just doing some research here on the
Sure.
side.
If I can, I will put it on my head. Forget entirely that I was trying to find a javelin, and then walk back to the group,
Yep,
or
a
attempt to
javelin.
walk back to the group.
Totally a javelin. Please walk up to Mamey and say, I couldn't find
This is my new friend. It's a javelin. I think it's a bug. High
It's definitely a
intelligence.
bug of some sort.
Is there anything you want to stop killing me?
an apology would be nice. Maybe something
Never.
along the lines about how you feel bad for abandoning us and how you want to make it up to the party. Maybe.
Anything else? How genuine does it have to be?
Genuine enough that I feel like we deserve compensation for your betrayal. Probably a form of hurt. So you tell me how bad you feel by how much you're willing to offer us in
We'll
compensation
give you both
for our
50
injuries, both
platinum to
physical
shut
and
up.
mental and emotional.
I will give you both 50 platinum to not talk about this.
$50 platinum.
Mama is gonna like look very very pensively and like put their finger and scratch their chin for a while. Like, okay, I guarantee my reaction will be to not talk about this. This holds no I cannot be held responsible for the actions of the other party members.
That's fine. As long as they don't kill me, that's fine.
Okay.
I don't care. They can talk about it all they want,
But
as long as they're not trying to kill me.
I'm not gonna let Warren come down the tree until I receive the platinum.
I throw a pouch out with the platinum in it to both of them.
I stand up and try to brush off or get as much of the mud off of me as possible.
And inspect the baby.
Yeah, make sure the baby's all right. He does seem to be chuckling though, so I'm assuming he's still having a good time. And as I'm cleaning myself off, I guess I'll pick up the pouch of coins and I'll walk over to Bob and like stroke his snout and be like, "You must have had quite an adventure, friend."
How long is that spell active? Is it concentration?
Not concentration, but I do think it's only active for 10 minutes, but let me double check.
10 minutes?
10 minutes.
As you're walking back and mentioning the javelin and pointing out your friend there, Franklin, the small insect is a larva of some sort. You're pretty familiar with that, at least much of it. And it's trying to like nibble on you. It rolled a 6 to hit.
Uh-oh.
Whoa there, buddy. He's a little hungry. Let's see what we have. Does anyone here have any road rations or something that my little friend could eat? Hi, I'm back. I couldn't find your javelin. I'm sorry.
I did still have a pound of rotten snake meat in my pack that I just deleted. Should I say that I just tossed it out and like, here, you can have this?
Yep.
See
Oh,
if he
wow,
will eat
that's-
this.
That's very potent spelling. Here, do you want to have some of this there, my little larval friend? That's really smart, because most larvae like this, they eat decomposing matter. But mostly it's like mulch and stuff in the forest, or like, like dead deer and stuff. But decomposing steak, that's a new one.
This one seems to happily kind of jump from your palm before you're even down to the meat and start kind of chomping its way through. It's only about 2 to 3 inches in length and like an inch in diameter. So I mean, as larvae go, it's pretty big, but it's not very big still.
Wow, that's amazing. You, Fred, are gonna stay with me. So what are we talking about?
So
What
can I
kind
come
of
down now?
activities are we gonna do?
Warren is going to take us to a place that has a lot of loot. I say this out loud as I plop onto the back of Bob the crocodile and just continue like stroking his head like an evil villain.
I'm gonna edge up to the crocodile as well and like offer it my hand to smell. Hello there, Fred.
Just kind of like that guttural purring
I
of a crocodile.
flop onto my back like a cat. Oh.
I'm gonna like whisper to Bob, be like, "Don't eat him. I think he is a friend for now."
And
No.
you see
Turtle is friend, not food.
the second eyelid come down in as an affirmative, kind of like a
Oh,
dump.
he winks at me. Okay, got it. I have a winking crocodile now.
Can I come down now?
I yell up to him,
Mama is
like, "Come
just gonna
down! You have to show us the way."
Yeah, Mama is just gonna like cross their arms and stare at Warren the whole time, but not, like all that put away. Also gonna look at Franklin and be like, "Good find, good hustle. Remember, don't die."
Thanks. Don't die. Keep you guys safe. Stab your friends in the back. Got it.
I'm not gonna correct. I'm not gonna correct that last statement, but I'm gonna like keep an eye. on
Hey
Franklin.
guys, would you say that we're friends now? I just need to know for reasons.
We're acquaintances at this point in time.
Oh, okay. Then we're good.
Thomas jumps out of the tree. With a nat 20, he does.
Oh, look
Right.
at you looking like a badass, and I fumble.
Are you back flipping?
Yep, totally.
20
And the
feet.
hat never comes off.
Nope. Stays firmly atop your head.
Applaud heavily. Oh wow, that was amazing.
I can teach you a lot, little one. Uh,
All right, Sir Thomas, lead us to this treasure.
I don't think I can do that at the moment. It is kind of on the dock with all.
Oh, it's
doors.
on the dock.
Yes, but well,
I
you-
actually had a place that I wanted to go investigate. Do you remember the stone fixture behind where the giant clod of dirt attempted to kill me?
that sounds like the door I was talking about.
I say we go there.
How good is
Wait.
Bob with his swimming?
I don't know. He's a crocodile. He's probably fairly good.
Because I did kind of break a hole in the floor, but they might have fixed that by now. Didn't-
What is that stone structure?
No. On the house on the dock, it had all the stuff in it. But that's probably repaired by now. But we could probably do it again.
Well, how long ago was that?
At least a day ago.
So it was the house on the dock that you said you put a hole up into. The house that the giant mecha dwarf came out of, or a different
no,
house.
I think it's a different house.
I was gonna say because I thought that house got destroyed
I
by
only
the dwarf.
I only encountered the giant mecha dwarf as I rode back to safety. And when I say encountered, I meant seen from a distance.
I do not have control of Bob the crocodile.
Oh, yeah. I just made him. I'll do that for you now.
It is the house furthest out on the dock as far as I'm concerned. I didn't go past the gazebo that was on the dock.
Are you leading them there then?
I will.
Yeah, control a crocodile.
Uh,
All right, Bob's just gonna start walking, and I'm just riding on Bob.
I still don't like the water.
Oops.
Now that Bob's a crocodile, I'm a little more okay with it. Just gonna mutter that as we're going. Be like, this goddamn water. I hate this. We can't see the bottom. It's so murky and it's fucking crocodiles. But at least now we have a crocodile on our side. I'm gonna mumble very discontentedly.
okay, I guess I can see the house from here. Am I correct?
Franklin coming with us?
I don't know.
Yeah, so he's gonna follow behind you guys with a basket of leaves and flowers he's picked and just kind of scatter them to each side like a flower girl skipping behind you guys.
I'm gonna call back to Franklin, like, don't mind all the dead things.
Yeah. So
we're
as you're
bad.
walking along the east side of the tavern towards the north, following these folk, you noticed in the northeastern region here, up just piles and piles and piles of rotting flesh corpses, which some of which being nommed on by these large, long-necked, furry, long-tailed, long-eared, just long altogether creatures that are just chowing down on these corpses. And the grass is much greener, along with a lot of the other growth in that direction.
Can I make a roll to see if these guys look friendly?
The big guys that are
The ones that are eating all the corpses, yeah.
Yeah, you would probably want to.
Animal handling?
Yeah, that'll work. You know, I'm trying to see where you moved to because I didn't think you'd. Yeah, you didn't move your actual token.
Oh.
So
Let me grab them. Where are you guys off to?
ooh, not that far.
Oh, I think I see you.
Yeah, we're just chilling right next to the inn right now. Because I'm debating. I'm like, do we want to send him or send Bob out into the water? Or do we want to go check out that stone structure? But it looks like we have to walk past these creatures to get to the stone structure, which is right here.
And oddly enough, as you're looking at the creatures, your mind somehow floods with this goldenish light again that you kind of remember from being on the table. And this thought of these creatures being mostly shy and mostly unaggressive, but unless push came to shove.
Okay. Can we reskin that to be
Mostly
a
unaggressive.
golden light came out of my my campground book?
Yeah.
Yes.
And I open that up and I say, it says that these guys are mostly shy and not aggressive. And I turn to show them everyone, and it's got a hand-drawn photo of them that I have done several years ago. Pretty inaccurate.
I'm gonna look over my
down at this
shoulder.
book.
I'm gonna look over my shoulder and like side eye Franklin and be like, bullshit.
No, that's corpses, not bullshit. That they're eating. They don't. I don't think they. I flipped through my book. I don't think they eat feces. That's a different kind of creature.
I would like to think that Warren and Ash give slight chuckles to this conversation.
I do say to Franklin, I'm like, I distinctly remember being attacked by these things in a giant mound of dirt and a flower lady.
Were you being mean to them?
Wait,
Wait, Josh, just to confirm, I did read they were mostly shy and only attack to defend themselves, right?
Yes.
Or was that wrong? Okay.
Nope. That was what you read.
Or was that maybe their house? Like maybe you were just like hub invaders.
we were just kind of like walking through the field from what I remember. I don't know, it's very traumatic.
I do remember someone killing one of them. And like just to a dead creature.
Well, we were
Well,
investigating the dead bodies, right? And then they just attacked.
yeah, you attacked you went for their food source. But these creatures are very
We
easy to
weren't taking
understand. They're
it. We
very
were just
sure, but like wild
you
creatures
know.
see everything as a threat, you know? They're not smart like us.
Next time,
And I tap
Franklin-
my forehead.
I'm just gonna be like, the next time, Franklin, we will rely on your expertise because that was.
Well, why
not
not
fun
right
battle.
now? Let's say hi to these guys. We have to get through them, right?
I kind of go back to my conversation with Ash and I like try to point out where the building with all the stuff in it is.
Which you do see. It is over here behind like a gazebo of stuff. And you see dwarves, though, mulling about, a lot of them, including the large mecha dwarf, seemingly trying to repair their structures after all of their heads are back on and everything of that nature, too.
How deep is the water?
Right at the water's edge, it's pretty shallow, but then it increases in depth as it goes out.
How deep is it under the giant mecha dwarf on the
We're
bridge?
still not 100% sure. Even though you were sitting in a boat under it at one point, you were very rushed to get away, and there is no means by which to see the bottom of it currently, if just by looking, anyways.
If we could just like push the giant mecha dwarf into the water, I think our problem would be solved.
What if we push the water into the dwarf?
So, whoops. What if we send Bob to do some reconnaissance and then report back and we just ask him yes or no questions?
Yeah, tell them just to see if they've repaired the hole in the thing. I'm sure they have, but
To check this house furthest back, this one right here.
This one. Oop, this one.
That
Yep.
one. So I get off the back of Bob and I lean down and I tell him, I'm like, hey, do us a favor and go check out that particular house right there. And I point out that one to him and just go to see if there is still a hole in the floor and then come right back. So I'm just going to assume that he just like waddles off into the water.
Yeah, I mean, he nods and then walks slowly, waddling into the water, but then slides gracefully and starts swimming towards the bottom under the docks of the area. And as he nears, he definitely notes a dwarf, even though he's got only his eyes peeking up above it. The dwarf pays him pretty much no heed and is like, "Ah, stay out of here, crocodile," and he slaps the water with one of his paddles. But the dwarf under the hut of sorts is repairing what looks like a hole in the floor of the building.
Eat that dwarf. Eat that dwarf.
Since I told him to just see what was going on and come back, I'm going to assume after he sees this, he is just going to come right back. I mean, unless he's hungry. Does he have hunger pangs? Does he have hunger pangs now that he's in a body? Because I know before he's a spirit and he doesn't feel hunger. But
Well,
does he feel what this body feels?
I think he ate
Currently-
something as a snake, and he was
Just
cool.
ate a snake, yeah. And as crocodiles go, they're very. That's one of their most impressive feats, is that they can go like months without eating.
And
Oh,
somehow
he
we're
probably
at the
hates
top
that
of
body
the
then.
food chain. And to think that we're at the top of the food chain.
Yeah, the dwarfs do not notice you currently over here. That they're repairing stuff. And they're paying you no heed over there.
So I asked Bob when he comes back, I'm like, was there a dwarf or were they repairing the floor in that house?
And he nods.
And I turn to Warren, Thomas, and I'm like, looks like they're repairing it. So maybe we should just move on to the stone structure. It doesn't look like anything's over there. From here.
Okay, maybe we come back when they're not so active.
When they're not
I
paying
have-
attention.
I have a quick question. Maybe this is silly, but these creatures over here that you guys were talking about before, you were afraid of them, right? You had a tough time facing them?
I don't actually know if it was a tough time facing them, but the giant pile of dirt did do a lot of damage to us.
Sure. I was just considering, what if we got these creatures to attack them for us? You lure the big mecha guy over here into their food area. One of us maybe triggers them off, and then they get into a fight. Just a thought.
Is this something that we want to attempt?
Ooh, maybe we could splash the giant mech dwarf with salt water and he'll rust.
Well, I do have the spell create food or create or destroy water.
Oh, I wonder if you could use that to knock him into the water.
I doubt it. It's a cantrip.
Hmm.
I mean, maybe, but
Let's go check out the door again because I don't remember seeing. Just I think Zolas. Well, no, Vomira was the one who just deciphered the door.
Okay. Mamey, do you want to go check out this door?
The door.
On the stone structure over here. We were walking to this originally when we were attacked by a giant dirt clod, and then I appeared back in the tavern and gave birth to a baby. So
Yeah, I remember it was my idea to go this way.
Mazel
So
tov.
yes, I suppose we should go this way. So I've been leaning against the tavern over here in this corner, just waiting for you guys to like decide what to do. But yeah, sure. I would love to see what's over here.
As you guys are walking that way, you notice the giant dirt mound that was a pile of muck, still mounded at a time, now sunken in and recessed in a concave fashion in its center and growing rapidly in that state of decay, as in like it's decaying rapidly. Is what I mean.
Yeah. So
And
that thing ate
you-
me.
It's souffle.
Do notice behind it the now, especially that it's not so large and in charge, this door that stands about 30 feet in height and 40 feet wide, and it's mostly circular, and ever present on it are these, as you especially near it, are these 4 keyholes in the otherwise unmarred stone door.
So I do want to throw one pound, maybe close enough. I'm gonna spit on it. I'm just gonna stop and like just the biggest loogie I can muster, just spit on this fucking mound of dirt, and then go join everybody at the door.
Performance.
Oh,
perform a spit take.
this is not gonna be good. 14.
Hey, not bad. You hawk up a pretty gosh darn big loogie.
Good.
And it splats all across the murky muck. So you guys are standing in front of this, what looks like ancient ruinous building with a giant door. And these 4 keyholes is what you see in front of you, with plants and such growing all around it.
I turn to Thomas and I ask him, I'm like, didn't you say that you had a handful of keys?
Was somebody
So
talking?
good. There we go. We're back. It's definitely cut out. Last thing I heard was Ash asking Thomas something about if they have a handful, and then it cut out.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I ran in to get something to drink. I'm back.
Oh.
Hello.
Does anybody
I
have
asked if
keys?
you had a handful of keys for this door.
There was a key that I found when I robbed the dwarves, and it fit in the top hole, but it was very, very heavy. Like, it took all 3 of us to lift it up that high.
Well, if you put it in the top hole, where is it now?
I gave it to Volmyra because she had a bag that holds things magically, I guess.
A magic bag. That sounds nice.
Yeah, I should really look into getting one of those. It would have really helped that robbery. Then I wouldn't have to get any of you guys involved, and I could just took all the stuff.
Sometimes I store stuff in my shell.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
I will keep that in mind if I ever need to rob you.
Oh. But we're not friends.
Yeah, we're not.
When we're
Only
friends,
rob
we'll
when
you.
necessary.
Or when the
Well,
opportunity strikes.
An opportunity strikes. Rob. Everyone.
I hope you're actually
When
taking these
necessary.
notes down so you can quote them back later.
I will now.
I'm looking at my inventory and I don't have any keys. I have copper that I might be able to like fashion into some lock picks, except I'm not proficient in that. So I have jeweler's tools, whatever
I
that
already
is.
tried lock picking it. It's weird. Like it's for some reason the lock on the inside is much bigger than it seems. Like
So
you
you
need
can't lock pick it with regular tools. You have to lock pick it with big tools.
you would need like a 10-foot lock pick.
I mean, I'm pretty big and strong.
You can try to
Yeah, I was
make.
gonna say. I was like, what if we used like a piton and a rock or something?
Go ahead. But I think we're going to have at least 3 of them.
So there's a door here with keys, and one of the keys is in Vamira's possession, who is passed out drunk at the bar right now.
Mm-hmm. That is an accurate statement.
Hmm.
Can I roll a perception now that I'm looking at the door again? 'Cause I looked at it last time.
What are you trying to do? I guess.
I guess I'm just standing there looking at the door. I want to see if like something strikes me as I like stare blankly at it.
Oh, sure. Then perception, yeah.
That's just about as good as I did last time.
You're staring at it and you go, there's 4 keys and been mention of 4 parts of this plane of hell. And you were at the dwarves when you found the first one.
Which one up at the top? Maybe that's it.
Uh oh. Do you like relay all these thoughts out loud as you're having them?
Yes, I thought I was thinking out loud. That's how I played it in my head.
Okay. I'm like that is a good thought. Can I investigate the door? Just a regular old investigation.
You can roll investigation, but what are you doing?
I'm actually putting my hands on the door and I'm gonna like peer into the keyholes and just like feel it all around.
Okay.
See if I notice any other like hidden crevices, any secret notches or phrases, or maybe if I see or feel anything magical about it.
Okay. Then you might want to also roll an Arcana with it.
A 15 investigation with a 23 arcana.
With the investigation, you're feeling around, and you're getting the sense this is stone. And when you put your eye up to the keyhole, is when you're quite certain this is magical in essence, and the stone is probably way thicker than it actually is, because as you're holding your eye a little bit back to let some light in instead of holding your eye right up against it, because you don't see any light on the other side of this keyhole, and it seems to go on forever on the other side of that keyhole. And not only that, but the inner workings that you're trying to glean from are actually what looks like runes on the inside of this keyhole that stretch on forever and in repeating symbols, none of which are recognizable to your eye, even with that 23.
Rune.
Wait, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah. Did you hear me?
Yes, I did. I was muted again. I keep hitting my whatever this thing is called on the string of my headset on my desk.
Oh,
I'm just
probably
gonna hold
the
it.
button.
I'm looking around and I'm realizing all this, and then I'm going to relay out loud. I'm like, guys, there are magical runes inside these keyholes. Are they lit up or
Does-
anything?
They were not. Seemed to be engraved into the stone on the inside of those holes.
Okay, yeah. There seem to be magical runes engraved on the insides of these keyholes.
Do any of us do magic shit?
I have some magic, but nothing too impressive.
I used tricks to rob people.
I could totally do it.
Use tricks to
I-
rob
Everyone
people
does
or
magic
magic?
Magic, yeah, totally. I got this. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna
Alright,
take a
Prana.
step back.
Please say open sesame.
So wait, like how far off the ground is this lock and these runes?
The runes are inside the locks, and the first lock, as stated above, being the one in this kind of diamond shape, one side by side, and then one again at the bottom. The first one is a good 6 feet up in the air to the bottom of the hole, and the two in the middle are 4 feet or so off the ground, and the bottom one is maybe 2 feet off the ground, and they're all situated, but also all normal sized from this side. So the keyholes do look like you could use just about any old key in the normal sized key. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
It's not an oversized hole.
So
the
Mamey's
outside.
gonna look at Franklin and be like, when you want to do the top one, let me know. You can jump on my back and I'll give you a lift.
Okay, you could do this, Franklin. You know nothing about Arcana, but you can do this.
Yes.
I have a -3, just so you guys know. So let's go for it.
Nat 20, nat 20, nat 20, nat 20,
Yes,
nat 20, nat 20, nat 20.
I get up to the door, and I guess I'll look around. If there's a stick or something, I'll pick up the stick, put a little mud on it. Abracadabra, abracadabra. Aloha Bora, and I'll stick the stick with the mud into the magic rune thing, into the key slot, and attempt to Arcana this.
Okay.
I'm so excited.
Poorly.
And the stick goes in the tip of it, no problem.
Nailed it.
And once it's
I'm
in
done.
though, you feel nothing. Like it's not even touching air on the other side. So the poke that you did, it kind of sets you off balance from
Whoa.
standing, because it starts to go in the hole even deeper than it looks like it should be able to, almost
I
all the way
pulled
up to your
the-
hand.
Whoa. I pull the stick out and I go get a branch and I proceed to do the same thing. I can keep this roll if you want. You guys tell me when to stop trying stuff, but
I'm
Oh,
gonna
no.
whisper.
Please keep going.
Yes, yes.
uh,
I'm gonna whisper.
I'll draw
Oblivious
like
and has
magic
no idea.
rune.
Like Mame
I'll
just thinks you
draw-
know what you're doing.
I'll draw with mud on the door, in primordial, because I speak primordial. Hello, door. It's me, Franklin the Turtle. Could you please open? Thank you. I just wait a second. I say, well, this may need to simmer for, a couple hours. Yeah. If the
Wait, do you
keyhole's
say-
large enough, I'll stick my whole hand in there.
You could roll an Arcana for that other one, though. You don't have to keep that roll. So that's what I was gonna let you know.
Let's go critical fail, -2!
Oh,
Pretty close. Pretty close. Pretty close.
Is this hand stuck now, please? Please tell me that's what happens.
Well, I
Wait, is
just
that for the hand or for the mud stick runes?
up to Josh.
I guess it's
Whichever's funnier.
for the hand,
The
because
hand is definitely funnier.
as you're trying to put your hand into it, The door seems to respond to the mud because the mud glows for a second, and your whole
magic mud.
your finger that wasn't quite going into the hole before, because that's like I said, it was a normal size keyhole. Your finger was too small first, but now it opened up larger to accommodate your finger, and then your hand, and then your arm. Could you roll me a dexterity saving throw?
Guys, this is
Uh-oh.
going well.
I say so if you're able to make a hole that big with just your finger.
So you're able to catch your. It kind of stops actually on your shoulder. You brush up against the side of the top of the keyhole that you're able to reach, that you're sticking your arm in. But
What's it feel
on the
like?
inside, you're kind of moving your arm around, just to try and grab or push on something, and there is nothing. There is just emptiness, it feels like.
Whoa. Guys, I don't know what's on the other side of this door, but this keyhole is huge. Also, I can't seem to. Well, am I stuck or no?
No, I wouldn't say. You get stopped on the shoulder.
Wait, hold on. The keyhole's really large. What if we just. It seems to adapt. Hold on, I have an intelligent brain spark. Okay, my arcana is telling me that the keyhole adapts to the size of the key, right? So, let's go get take down one of these big trees, and then fashion it into the shape of a key, and then it'll be large enough for all of us to go through.
That's not a terrible idea.
Do we have the means to just
All of us
chop down a giant tree?
Well,
we
if
do
it's
have-
a
Yeah, sure, I
giant
have
tree, like
axes.
we could just squeeze one by one, right?
Yeah, I was going to say
have
we do have.
I don't think I'll be able to get through, but the question is, can you open the door from the inside?
That's
Yeah,
true.
or
We
will
can
we be
unlock it
stuck?
from the inside. Yep, that's a great idea. I will guidance whoever chops down the tree by standing directly behind them and be like, "Nice chop!" every time they chop. Nice chop. Nice chop. Nice chop. Guys, we got a plan. This is gonna work great.
Wait, if we do this, we
Uh,
might not be able to unlock the door from the inside, and I feel like maybe we should go take a visit to this witch before we commit ourselves to being trapped in a door.
You know, that's probably
Sounds-
wise, and I
sensible.
do have a high wisdom, so I'm gonna go with that.
I say to Ash
That
and
sounds-
Thieves Cant. I think one flew over the cuckoo's nest. And what I want that to translate into is like, he might not be the smartest, but he's definitely entertaining.
What was that, Mamey?
I said, Ash, that sounds real reasonable. And because of how reasonable it sounds, I'm going to say it's too reasonable and that we shouldn't do it.
Ah.
Too reasonable sounds like a bad idea. I mean, like,
Yeah,
well,
it makes too much sense. Too much sense.
in this
for that poor kid.
campaign, when we've done reasonable things, what has happened?
I don't know.
we
You've
haven't
never
done
done
reasonable things, have we?
it. No.
So why
Okay,
start
let's
now?
go get a tree.
So definite, Josh. No, you've done nothing. Nothing
Right,
In
good.
this particular campaign, every time I've lined something up, there's always, we're not doing that. We're going to do this.
We're gonna get ourselves stuck in a lock.
Every time.
So
But
do you
yeah,
call
so let's
fire
not do the
department or
reasonable
a
thing.
locksmith if you get stuck in a lock.
Who do you call about that?
Yeah, a locksmith or the fire department.
Around here, the
Uh,
fire department. Maybe in a larger city, then maybe a locksmith.
If you can call.
Or I mean, the Ghostbusters.
Well, that would definitely work in a larger city. I take a sip from my infinity flask.
Constitution.
Wait,
Oh.
By the way, I was just going
I'm
to
not intelligent.
say,
Go.
Mame, that you were tipsy from that drink earlier. By the way, so,
Mhm.
So what you guys doing?
I thought we were gonna cut down a tree and try to shove it into this keyhole.
I mean, I'm good with that. I just want to make sure that's the plan because we also had the whole witch thing, like a Disney witch. That's
Too
fine.
reasonable. Chop down tree to shove in the door.
It's too reasonable
Alright.
to go talk to a witch and maybe trade a baby for some favors, but yeah, let's chop down a tree and try to make a giant key.
That doesn't sound reasonable, and that sounds like we should definitely do that at some point. But while we're here, we should definitely try the tree thing.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
what
so I
else
just
are we gonna
need-
do?
So Mame's gonna whip out the biggest axe they have, and is just gonna look at you guys and be like, "Tell me which tree."
As an
Okay.
order cleric, I pick out the tree.
Okay.
Uh,
So I'm
Well,
gonna follow you.
if there are any good trees around.
That's
Oh,
your
there are
job.
trees.
Identify one. DM says there's trees.
Basically, I'm looking for one. Oh, I did really bad. This one, it's a rock.
Not that bad.
It's like a petrified tree.
It wasn't that bad of a roll.
Uh-uh.
It was pretty bad, but you point to like you the closest one, which is right outside the door, basically.
That one. It's right
I
there.
can't see it.
It's in the
That
brush.
part of the
is
map
all.
is just black.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. You're good right there. But
Okay.
you're gonna want to roll me a
Strength.
an athletics, I believe, actually. Yeah, because there's a good bit of endurance involved in that.
I mean, that's even better. Because my strength is +4, and my athletics is +7, so whatever.
Yep, athletics then.
I went with my armor I'm wearing.
Hit with the armor that
I'm
you're
just
wearing.
gonna- It says disadvantage worn plate, but I don't think I'm not. I'm just gonna put it as roll
Okay.
20 is reminding me. 19.
Damn.
Okay. So
Wait, you
you
have guidance too, because I was telling you nice chop.
what's that? How's that read again?
Guidance is a +1d4 to your roll
Oh, nice.
as a cantrip, best spell in the game. You can do it.
While
I feel
this
like
is
otherwise
happening,
we'll just slow down the process.
I'm gonna unswaddle my baby and just like chill on a spot here on up against this rock wall or this stone wall with with the baby and with Bob the crocodile and attempt to play my kazoo.
And as you do so, the baby starts to stir and kind of like make like small grunts like and hand motions of squeezing into the air.
He wants the kazoo.
Not like not towards the kazoo,
Every-
towards your chest.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll take a
everybody
moment to
wants kazoo.
breastfeed the baby since I can do it two at a time.
So you have a head
Oh
on
my
each
God.
nipple, and you can roll that mothering skill. I think you worked
Yeah.
out. So as for the chopping, though, you're deftly just thwack, 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 thwack. You hear calmingly as the Ash and Thomas as you're sitting there waiting, and probably about on the fifth chop, you hear a cracking sound. That didn't come through at all.
I heard it a little.
Oh.
Okay.
I also did, but a tiny amount.
Wow, Mama, you blend into this so well. I had such a hard time finding you.
Oh,
Are you? What you doing with that?
with what?
As the the information that I had.
Here. That I'm chopping on the tree?
And then you'd heard it to start to crack.
Uh, 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 how tall is this tree?
It is at least 25 feet and probably 2 feet or so in diameter.
So I'm gonna yell over to everybody and tell them to here. It looks like a doorway. It looks like they can like stand under this. Right, like sorry, this looks
Yeah.
like this has like an overhang, like it's protected.
Oh yeah, it is. But they are also
Yeah.
quite far distance away currently.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Well, I guess everybody except for Franklin. So I'm gonna look at Franklin and be like, Franklin, stand back. Go 10 feet
Oh.
further back.
Oh, of course. Hold on 1 second. Where is this? Hard to see my guy. Oh, there he is.
I rolled a 19 on the
Yeah.
mothering, by the way.
Both of the heads seem to suckle away nicely, and there is no complaints.
I'm sorry.
Look at you not having any issues latching. Super mom.
I rolled an 11 on my drinking. I assume I'm tipsy.
Yes.
What is that? That looks interesting. Is that a fruit juice?
No.
Okay.
You want to finish this tree off there, Mamey?
Yeah, so now that everybody's out of the way, I'm gonna put a bunch of effort into this one final swing. Myself
no, I
preparing
actually
to
have to
dodge out
stay
of the
there.
way.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, it's okay.
Well, it sounds
I figure if
Go
my shoulder's stuck in there, right? Do I have to have it stay in there to like be able to fit the tree in there? Because didn't that come from a natural one?
when you did pull your arm out, the keyhole did resize. If that's what
Okay.
you're to
Got
the
it.
normal
Never mind
normal
then.
shape. And
Alright, I back up.
if you want to fell this tree, go ahead and roll me a dex save.
Me.
Yes.
T.
You step to the side as the tree falls and branches crush to the ground all around you.
I'm just gonna hold my axe over my head in triumph.
I applaud vigorously. Oh
I
wow, good
applaud as
job.
well.
You're so strong.
I give a cheers with my flask.
All right. So I'm gonna look at them and be like, now what?
Do we carve it into a key shape or do we just shove it in the hole as is?
Well, I was thinking like if we started at like an angle, you could get it like into the top right corner of the keyhole and then just keep pushing. And like I'll lengthen it out. And then like I'll pick up a couple of various sized branches. We'll just use these to kind of wench it open slowly until we can get the whole tree in there.
Sounds
And then we
incredibly
can just walk through.
Let's try. I'm gonna
Let's-
assume in the time that it took her to do that the baby has had its fill.
Oh yeah. Both of them are softly asleep. Both the heads.
So we just gotta figure out who's the best person to do it, then do it.
I'm gonna swaddle the babies back up, and I'm just gonna lay them onto Bob's back, and I'm gonna be like, "Don't let these guys roll off," and just walk over to this tree situation.
Mothering skill again.
$11 for the swaddle.
It's pretty tight. You're questioning whether or not Bob's going to be able to stay still to hold them there, but Warren's right next to him.
Ranking. We all know
Yes,
how
a drunk
reliable
man
Warren
and a
is.
crocodile, perfect babysitters.
Children, probably.
So you walk over to assess the tree in which manner?
I just walk over to check out this tree situation and to see if I can help, because I do not know if I can, because I'm not very strong, and I'm also 4 feet tall.
There are a lot of branches on this tree that you felled. You're wondering at Franklin's ability to choose a good tree for pulling it down that way, but you're definitely questioning also how in the hell you're all going to move it over there right now. Both you and Mime, or Mame. Apologies.
Yeah, I guess moving this is going to be kind of hard.
Should we shear off some of these branches?
That's really a smart idea. Gosh, you guys.
I guess I'm just gonna pull out a dagger and I'm just gonna start whacking branches off as close to the trunk as I can.
Okay.
A dagger?
And I will fall asleep.
Yep, I have a dagger or a rapier, and I'm like, the dagger's probably better for this situation. I mean, I suppose I could set it on fire, but I don't think that's going to be as helpful as maybe we might think.
I walk over, and as I pass Ash, I hand her one of my hand axes.
I gladly take it and put my dagger back.
Franklin participating in the tree efforts.
Yeah, absolutely. I will. I'll help shear it. I can help try to lift it as well. I'm trying to think of what else exactly I could do to help. I guess I'll start. Can I start trying to winch the keyhole to larger sizes with like various size pieces of wood in preparation for the tree?
Yeah, so you go up to the door then, and with the pieces that they're chopping off, I'm guessing, and basically trying to just stick them in and hold open the keyhole to larger and larger sizes. Could you roll me? And this is something that, if you've noticed, people will ask, and I think you've done this too, so I haven't made too much of a comment of what they can roll for certain things. And it's because you can create a custom skill. If you wanted to at this point, I would say that, like, you could have a building or a something skill based upon
Stick mastery.
hick. Did I just hear hick mastery?
Stick.
Oh, stick.
Stick.
Master of the sticks.
Eek.
But
For now, could I use? Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say it'd probably be based on a wisdom of some sort. Probably just your base wisdom, because I'm not seeing. There's nothing like crafting even.
No, the only thing I could think of is survival.
Yeah, and it doesn't
Even that. Yeah.
quite fulfill what we're looking for here, but it does have the
Yeah.
wisdom aspect, which is what I was looking for.
Or wouldn't it be sleight of hand?
Kind of, but that's the dexterity portion too.
Sure.
That's
I'll
where.
just do a wisdom.
Okay.
Can I just roll? Roll. 7.
You get it about the size of you. If Mame and Warren, I think you're helping, I'm guessing, to shear the tree and get it prepared to go.
Yeah. Yeah, as soon as Ash starts, like, cutting off
And
branches,
Ash,
I pull out a.
if you could all roll me a athletics. And you could start a lumbering skill if you ever so please.
Guys,
Athletics.
maybe we should retire.
Athletics.
Retire. Let it all go.
16. How come mine aren't coming through? Because I didn't install that plugin when I reset this computer.
You've been calling them out nicely, so I haven't said too much, so I know each time what you're getting. So I don't have to flip back and forth between windows, which I appreciate.
Yeah, after
So-
this session, you'll have to walk me through that again so I can fix it.
Remind me, and I will do just such.
Okay.
So you guys make quick work of this tree. It's you feel yourselves tiring, of course, but you make all of the excess branches clear, and then Thomas and Mamey are working on trimming up the larger trunk-sized branches off, as well as taking down some of the size of the tree to just help with lifting it and getting some ropes and such maybe around it. I missed kind of exactly how you guys were planning to do that.
I was wondering that too. If we were just gonna like pick it up on our shoulders, or try to make.
Roll it. It's a log.
This is true.
Yeah, but
Why?
we can only roll it like this way, right? I guess, I don't know, furniture by myself is I'll like take one end and I'll like pivot. So one end stays on the ground and one end pick up. And so like I pivot this end this way. And then I take the other end and I pivot it further around. Like we could do that with our like strength combined on one side. I feel like we could pick one side of this up, but not like the whole thing at once.
Okay.
Does that make
Josh
any
is just
sense?
like, God damn it.
Yep.
I had this whole witch thing set up.
There was a baby, there was witches. What more can I give you guys?
A weird magic keyhole that gets larger as you go through as you use it. That's what you do.
So questionable. Let's mess with it. All right, so we're all making a strength check.
think so.
Yeah, if you guys are all lifting.
Does thou even lift?
9.
I'm not sure if I am included as I'm holding the thing open.
16.
Or wait, no, I have a stick propping it, so I could probably help. Athletics or strength?
Strength.
Oop,
This
that
is
was a
just
saving
lift.
throw, but it was a natural one, so
No, just
it
go ahead
shouldn't
and
have
roll the
helped.
strength.
Oh,
Go ahead and roll the strength.
come on, natural one. Damn it.
As much as it would be lovely.
We all
so
pick
you-
up the tree and Franklin's hanging on with his like legs dangling.
Probably pretty accurate, honestly, because you guys do lift that end of the tree with all three of you. I almost said four, working together, and Franklin holding on, hanging off the edge. And
Pick the wrong spot, guys. Wrong side. Sorry.
now, all together, roll me a athletics.
I'm gonna guide someone. Guide myself.
Oh, I rolled a 9.
I rolled a dirty 20.
Where's my athletics? There it is.
14.
Nice.
So
That's the number you can hang your hat on.
Franklin still awkwardly holding on to the edge of it, swings his feet just at the right moment to get to roll with everybody else pushing it and other end rolls in the opposite direction, so it doesn't seem like you guys have done anything except turn the log.
I mean, that's okay. Now we can roll it closer.
Yeah,
Well,
roll it
here-
towards
Turning
the
the log
door.
is good.
Here's the question,
Maybe.
guys. I look at the door. It's about the size of an opening of me, right?
Yes, so about 4
Can't you
feet.
guys just crawl through? Do we need this log?
Ash, maybe it's time for Bob to transform back into that troll. It would be really helpful right now.
The troll was the snake, and the snake is now eaten, and he's now a crocodile. I think the only thing he can do is leave the crocodile body.
And you look over at Bob across the ways with the baby on him, and he very carefully nods his head up and down.
Yep.
Damn. We had a troll and we didn't do anything with it.
A troll? That's cool.
Yeah, we did.
We did a lot with the troll.
You should have let it into the dungeons.
Didn't he have sex with somebody's unconscious body?
Yours?
No, I thought it was Flint's. I thought it was Flint's body. At
No,
that like
he
nice
tried to
hot
with-
spring in the manager's office.
I think he tried to with. I thought he tried to, but everybody ran away from him.
That's right, because I told him to only
Yeah,
have
we
sex with
stopped
people if they
Something
agreed.
happening.
Because he's an immortal spirit that just generally lives in a skull and has no ability to feel any other sensations. So when he gets the chance to feel sensations, but he's been feeling for a while now.
Is he
Oh,
tired of it?
You can kind of gather that from whenever he was now the crocodile. He was like, when it ate me, and I had no other choice but to become this crocodile now, or go back to my skull and feel nothing.
Oh yeah, because I guess he was a boring little snake and couldn't do anything fun.
So then,
breath
could we give
movies.
him a new form? Like, does he have to stay in the crocodile, or is that just his preferred body?
No, he doesn't have to stay in that. He could return to his skull, but he can also
but it'll-
take over a form of either
Hello?
a willing participant as long as they are smart enough to say yes.
I see.
Hello.
It's like a possession type thing. Maybe he wants to live in me.
Hello? Oh, you want to
Hello?
invite him in? I would question that greatly because I invited him to ride along in me one time and I ended up pregnant. So be cautious with that. He might impregnate you.
Oh, that would be pretty difficult to do if I remember my high school general health correctly. But you're right. This is magic. You never know.
I was gonna say he's gonna get magically impregnated. Oh God.
Well, I've got this very friendly cocoon larva thing here. And I point to the thing that's sitting on my head, eating a dead rat or a snake. I'm just saying, like, we could continue with the log if you guys want to. I'm just saying, like, it's a pretty big hole, or it's pretty open if we think we could
Can we
squeeze through.
Can we try the thing where somebody goes in and tries to unlock it from the inside?
Probably. Is anyone particularly good with locksmithing tools that could squeeze through?
I guess
I don't even
could
know what it
try.
looks like on the inside.
I was gonna say I have a lockpicking skill as well.
What's yours at?
I have a +4.
I have a +8.
Okay,
Wow.
so you're slightly better.
I'm gonna guide you too for whenever that happens. Either way, the first question is what's in there, right? Because all we've done so far is stick our heads in there. So
I mean, I guess we
what?
could send in Bob.
Well, isn't the whole issue that Bob's too big to fit in?
Well, you said it was 4 feet tall. How big is this crocodile?
True. Wait, is it your character that can't fit in through the door then? Somebody can't go through. I think that
Mamey.
was the issue.
Me. I'm too big.
Got it.
Mom is
Well,
8
yeah,
foot.
then we could totally send Bob in.
Sorry, am I using the wrong name?
You did
Mama?
for there for a second, but I switch back and forth all the time too.
Yeah, it's okay.
I hardly notice.
I was going to use
anymore.
dexterity to squeeze through the hole, but I rolled a natural one, so
So as you approach the hole, you just misgauge even where the hole is, and must have
Happens to
taken
everyone,
more of
buddy.
must have taken more of the drink on than you thought, and run into the side of it.
Ooh.
ow.
Let's try again. I'm gonna line up like a little runway with some paint or something on the ground leading up to the keyhole. You just stay between these two lines here.
Do I get advantage for this?
Yeah, yeah. Wait.
Also,
first
you
off-
have guidance, so feel free to
Oh,
use it whenever you want.
That's what that was. I gotcha. Yeah. So then you have guidance. Then was what that is. So
Yeah.
you'll get a D4 to add to your roll.
Oops.
I'm gonna pick up my baby. Which, by the way, I gave the baby a name.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
that's nice.
Well, each had a name. Enyo, and Isel. I'm gonna pick up the baby and wrap them to my person again, like the picture I sent.
I rolled a 16.
And you're just trying to squeeze through the door keyhole, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you squeeze through this time. The stick seems to hold its place, and you stand. You get to the other side, and you kind of look around and try to look up and around you. Just look at your surroundings as you're crawling, and you realize you're crawling in a chamber that is maybe 100 times bigger than what it looks like from the outside. The scale is nearly improbable to tell because you can see some tumblers, you think, above you, but they look like giant stones hanging from the air that are all different sizes, and they're far outside of your reach.
I pull out my flaming long sword and I ignite it.
Uh-oh. Me and Bob are gonna walk over to the hole and just watch this, just
I have a
look
quick-
at it and see if we can see what's happening.
I have a quick question, Josh.
Yeah.
This is an extra dimensional space.
Mhm.
Would the flask that he carries that's in bottomless one also be an extra dimensional space?
No.
Okay.
That one's
Just checking.
an enchanted item.
Ah,
In that one's particular case.
got it.
Um,
Can we not
Alright,
combine
come on.
interdimensional spaces?
just to confirm, you are not holding upon your person there, Warren, any no, because we confirmed that before because you couldn't carry all the treasure. Correct. Never mind. Moving on. You're standing up and you've ignited this sword, and from the other side everybody didn't quite see you through that 4-foot hole when they're peering through, but now that you've lit your sword, you look like the smallest, tiniest, cutest little Warren off in this tiny little hole.
Do I look back
Whoa.
at the giant eyes?
Yep.
I am amazed.
We should figure out how to take this keyhole. You guys are talking about wanting an extra dimensional bag. Here it is.
Can we just carve it out of the rock?
just this one keyhole. Leave the other 3.
What do I see
Break
now
it forever.
that there's some light and that I'm inside the hole? Giggity.
You see that you're standing in a cylindrical space for the most part. Off to the sides of the walls are carving up to those definite shapes of have to be some sort of tumblers above you because they you're standing in a keyhole. You can only assume the different varying heights above you are are that, but they're like, again, I said, far off, outside of your reach, probably 30 feet, maybe more in the air from your position. And there are runes that you can see carved into the floors and walls and disappearing up into the ceiling too, covering every inch of space inside of where you're at.
I yell back. I don't think the tree is going to be big enough.
Wait, the tree.
You have a
is-
grappling hook? Oh, wait, hold on. Can I get a stick again and see if I can put the stick in to pick him up with the stick and lift him up while having the stick still partially outside? What happens? Like, if you stick your arm in, does the arm become tiny, or
What are you trying here?
I'm gonna do the stick first?
Okay, so you stick the stick in, and from the other side, Warren, you just see what looks to you like a regular size stick to your body proportion on that side, coming through, and you can't even reach it from where you're standing right now.
I lift the. Okay. But if I lift the stick up, what happens? How far up does it go?
From your perspective, it looks like it's going higher for the most part, but on the inside, it doesn't seem to do anything. And
Okay,
you
never
feel
mind
like
then.
it doesn't feel like it's touching anything either.
I was trying to game the system. Okay.
I walk further down the corridor. Corridor, corridor, the core of the door because it's a key.
You keep walking in the darkness, and
I have my flaming longsword.
I know. And to everyone else's eye, you seem to kind of wink out of existence for a little while as your light disappears, as it grows smaller and smaller and smaller. And from your view, you're continuing on this long hallway-shaped space all the way to the end. And at the very, very end, you do notice there is one, to be clear, and it does have more runes and everything on it, and it does look like there is another slot of some sorts that would accommodate a very ginormous key, essentially.
Can I try and walk out the slot?
The slot itself it does have some light on the other side, but is narrow. It is again 4 feet or so in width.
So is that a no?
you?
You can turn sideways and squeeze, it seems like, but you're going to be touching either side and scraping the whole time as you try.
That you might not want to go that far, but I mean, that's on you. That's on you, bro.
I mean, through the other side of the door, it sounds like. Right?
I take out one of my regular long swords and I stick it through the hole and like touch the sides, like ring a dinner bell sort of thing. Like
It's like Operation.
See if it buzzes.
You're touching the sides of that slotted hole, and the sword comes out the other side and feels extremely heavy on the other side. It does not otherwise seem to affect the sword. As you pull it back through.
I'll try to squeeze through. Fuck it. This is where I die. I die. Fuck it. I don't care. This is.
Oh no!
I've come this far. I must continue.
Does the hat get stuck?
Dex.
Wow.
Dex
Roll
saving.
luck.
Oh.
Dex saving throw.
Oh no.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, it wasn't a one,
No!
It was not a 1.
but it is a 5. So you get right to the edge of the opening, and you stick your head out of what you think is the end of this tunnel, and you see on the other side an enormous chamber where your head seems to grow twice as large as the body that you've now, maybe more than the body that you now got stuck inside of the keyhole still. And you try to pull your head back real fast, and it's stuck to that spot right there. It won't come back through to where your body is.
Oh no.
Can I keep going?
It seems like you can't. No.
Oh no.
Fuck. Oh, wait. I flick my necklace. Or can I flick my necklace?
Okay. Oh, and you flick the symbol that is on your torque, and you feel a compressing and a shooting force as you back onto the alehouse floor. You look back behind you, and it appears as the ghostly form is closing its mouth behind you.
I quickly run back to the group.
Oh, whoa, hey, where'd you come from?
Does not even say thanks to the ghost.
Rude.
So I made it to the other side, and I got stuck. I think someone smaller than me probably could make it through.
I turn around slightly startled.
I say to them, remember, flicking your torque takes you back.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's a good thing to know.
Okay, so well, wait. I was gonna say I'm 4 feet tall. I could probably try it.
You're probably a better choice than me. I have this giant shell.
I mean, I
It's
guess we could go-
hard to suck that in, you know.
Yeah. I unwrap the baby.
Oh, the baby could go. Wait, no, that'd be irresponsible.
Would it be irresponsible?
It
I
cannot
can-
crawl currently.
Oh.
I guess
It can't.
I guess we could all fit in the lock, and we
Yeah.
could all go.
That's true. We just need to make sure that. Well, yeah, that's true because, like you said, if we flick the thingy, we just teleport right back out. So seems like a win-win.
Do you have a torque?
I
You do
have no
see
idea.
around Franklin's neck, and he's noticing for the first time he does have a torque, but he doesn't have the symbol that you're talking about that you've been referring to flicking, which is a snowflake around, hanging off your torques. There.
Does he have any symbol hanging off of his?
No, he does not.
Okay.
Ooh, free jewelry. That's nice.
Okay. I want to go through, but I don't want to go through with the baby. So I'm gonna hand it to Warren. Here, take this.
I thought I was coming with you, but okay.
Oh no, you got stuck.
Okay, fine. I kind of hold the baby away from me like it's something I don't want to deal with.
I could hold the baby if you would like.
Okay, give the baby to Franklin.
Oh! I play with the baby.
He seems like a better choice than me anyway, so I don't know why you chose me.
You were just standing closer, I guess. I just like unwrapped it, turned around, saw the closest person, and just handed it to you. And now I'm gonna turn around and I guess I'm gonna march into this keyhole.
So
The
you
ants come
walk
marching
straight into the
by.
keyhole, and you see similar things as I was describing there, which is
Okay,
a-
so yeah, it looks the same. It doesn't change for me, right?
correct.
Can I make an Arcana check?
Yeah, absolutely.
18.
So you can tell that the symbols throughout this chamber are intended not only as extra dimensional space runes, but also that of protection, not allowing things to pass through the door, and some also in assuring that the correct um, alignments for certain things happen. You know, it's not entirely clear to you, but you're guessing it has to do with the keys all being turned at the same time and all being in place before the door activates, allowing the final protections to be lifted for the time being.
Long lesson of learning that we need to use the key to open the door.
Yeah. So, so I call out and I'm like, it seems like this door really wants us to use keys. Should I keep going anyways?
Yes, I made it almost all the way through until I got stuck in the hole.
I
Yeah.
asked Warren what he saw when he got almost all the way through before I continue on.
A very large chamber.
Was there anything in it?
Not that I could see.
All right, screw it. I'm gonna go through the next little smallish keyhole
Yes.
And you
go ahead.
squeeze yourself on through there, and you get to the edge, and you're right before the large chamber that you see the outside of the other keyhole. And what you doing?
I can see outside of it, but I have not passed through it yet.
Yep.
I'm gonna pass through it all at once, just real quick. Just pop myself out.
Roll me a.
And I'm gonna strike a pose of elegance.
All right, then roll me a performance.
Oh, where did it go? Okay, here we go. 14.
And the next thing everyone knows, you're staring at each other again, and Ash is striking a marvelous pose in front of you.
Okay.
Oh, hi. Did you get turned around and come out the wrong way?
I turn around and I look to see that the door is behind me, and I look back at them and I'm like, I believe so. I don't think we're allowed to pass through this door without the proper keys.
Dang.
All right.
We had those.
Can I try it one more time? Can I sprint through as fast as I can and like leap out the other side?
All
Maybe
right,
don't be touching any portion of like the chamber or anything next time. Here, I'll also guide you. I'll give you like a slight pep talk.
Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna follow her, and if she gets stuck again, I'm gonna try to push her through.
Wait, did I get stuck?
Oh no, I was just imagining. Sorry, I got stuck. Words.
roll me a another performance, I guess.
Okay.
With those.
30.
Do you want one?
Damn.
Damn.
I have a plus 11 to performance.
You book it into that hole as fast as you can. The one that Franklin has taken all this time to prop up, and you're running straight and true to the other side, and you see the light appearing, and as you jump that last bit out to the other side, you feel, your weight increasing, and you standing again in front of your friends. In the most eye-dropping stance that anybody could imagine.
Oh wow, you look really good. Hold on. Hold that pose. I'm gonna sketch it really quick in my notebook.
Okay.
Try to get my sketching badge. I will
I hold the pose, but I do look at them and I'm like, okay, speed does not affect whether you make it through that gateway or not.
Dang, and we don't have these keys anywhere.
Well, the dwarves had one key, according to Thomas here. So I think, because there are 2 witches on this realm, and who was the other people? Giants?
Etten are their actual name of the creature.
I said giants, but the first thing that came in my head was Stegosaurus, and I'm like, that is not what's here.
Yes, they are Stegosauri. It's 10 o'clock and I work in the morning.
Yeah, no, I think this is a good stopping point.
I think it is too. Striking a pose and being really confused.
The only lasting question that I had is, while you're sketching, Franklin, where did you put the baby?
The baby. Well, if she popped back, well, no, she's holding. I would have given him back to what's your character's name? The one with like the twirly mustache.
Thomas.
Thomas. I'd be like, hold the head right, just a second. I'm gonna sketch this real fast. Okay, cool, great, perfect. Thank you so much. And then I just hand her back to her mother. Guess I could have skipped that step, but you know, fine.
I take the baby back and I swaddle it back around me, and I'm like, all right, I guess we got to go find these keys, guys.
All right, let's stop at the bar first.
Yeah, why not?
No,
We had a long, eventful day.
I bid you farewell.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Have a good one.
Wonder how they're gonna handle a crocodile wandering into the bar.
Oh. Do you think if I put a bow on its head, they won't attack it?
Or a name collar, like a collar or something like that.
Okay,
Call
so I want to say this out loud. Hold on, I gotta Google it real quick before I say it out loud. Okay, so the thing, because I really want to go see the witches, because I was thinking about trading my baby for either a favor or something, but I was thinking about asking for a physical body that Bob could inhabit.
Like a puppet.
Yeah, but he would still be like my servant, and it would kind of be like something like Black Butler. Like he would just be this demonic servant for me.
Or could I suggest he take the body of the baby?
I mean, he could do that. The baby can't walk real well.
Not yet, but what about a demon baby?
A demon baby?
Or whatever that spirit demon baby or possessed baby, I don't know. Maybe it can fly. That'd be creepy.
I mean, that would be really cool.
Food for thought. But then you need something else to trade unless it's the soul of the original baby.
I mean, does it have 1 soul or 2?
I mean, I do know, but I'm not telling you yet.
Okay.
Because that might factor into its worth and the witch's bargaining abilities. And you haven't done enough research, I think, for figuring out whether or not the baby has 2 souls.
How do I research a baby?
Arcana check. I don't know. That would be my
should I
guess.
do that now or wait till next time?
Up to you. You probably won't remember next time, so you can roll.
And can I roll a
23.
subsequent nature? Oh, no, she's got it.
What was it?
23. Arcana check.
You, looking at this, baby, especially after it's been feeding, you're wondering how it works, essentially, because it's got 2 heads. Does it have... And then you check, and no, it has 1 butthole, and then it's one genitalia, and you did clean its diaper once there, so but then you're looking at its two eyes, and you're quite certain that this baby has to have two sets of personalities because they do kind of seem to gab at each other, baby noises towards each other. And with that, you can only assume that it has two souls.
Okay.
How much do souls go for these days? I know kidneys are like 35 grand, but
It's a good question. I don't think it has any room on our black market, but on Taurus black market, you never know.
you go
Well,
to
we'll
any
have to figure
church,
this
you'll
out.
find one. You'll find a peddler.
For souls.
It's
Alright.
I'm
I guess-
imagining it like this. Like, oh, did it show up?
I see something
Is it just a
on
link?
it. Oh, it makes me download it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No worries.
Either way, I'm gonna go use the restroom. This was fun, and chaotic and random.
That makes
Sorry
it
for
good.
getting everyone off on such a weird tangent sidetrack, but I was just like, wait, I could go into the key.
No, I think that worked. No, it didn't work for me either. But no, that's exactly how this campaign usually goes. So, you did perfect.
Cool. All right, I'll see you guys next time.
Yep. Good night.
Yeah.
A grand and wonderful thank you for those who took the time and made it here, to the end of the episode, where I know sometimes we are long-winded and others we are just dead silent. I don't know what to tell you. This is raw here, folks. Please remember to like and subscribe, and you can help support us just by listening. But you can also provide even more support, if you like, by going to Anchor FM page and following the support link there. If you do so, I will personally work in an NPC or an idea, whatever you'd like to hear played out. If you want, you can get a hold of us through one of our many options, including voice messages on Anchor FM, or DM to our Twitter, or any other social media that you can find us, YouTube, etc. You can share your ideas, otherwise listen for the shout out and thank you for making it through.